Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik are going their separate ways. Word of the couple's split comes mere hours after details emerged about a stunning accusation.
She is claiming that it was physical.
She says he struck her during an argument about a week ago. My understanding is she's seriously thinking about going to the police.
A source tells ET the two had a disagreement that turned hostile.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. By now, I'm sure you've heard the news about Zayn Malik's war with Gigi Hadid's mother, Yolanda Hadid. Oh Lord, there is so much to talk about here and so much to expose. Sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the tea. So it's been a while since we last talked about Zayn and Gigi's relationship. About 8 months ago, we published a video that circled around their sketchy relationship and questioned where exactly is Zayn in Gigi's life, in baby Kai's life, and in general. If you're unaware of what the streets are saying about Zayn, and when I say streets, I mean Hollywood inner circles, then that's information that you're going to find out on my blog, exposingsmg.com. It's too sensitive to talk about here, so head on there after you finish watching this video. I'll link all the juicy articles that you need to catch up. What's been reported? TMZ first broke the story when they reported that Yolanda claimed that Zayn struck her a week before the news hit the press and that she's seriously considering filing a police report. TMZ wrote, Zayn was charged with 4 counts of harassment for allegedly berating Yolanda and pushing her into a dresser, something he denies. He was also charged with harassing Gigi, who was in Paris at the time of the incident, and he was charged with harassing the security guard, whom Zayn allegedly challenged to a fight. Zayn pled no contest, received a small fine, and was ordered to take anger management courses. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Zayn was at Gigi's home September 29, where he was staying because he wanted to be close to his daughter. Our sources say on that day, Yolanda barged into the house without calling beforehand and even knocking at the door. We're told this is an ongoing source of conflict. Zayn felt Yolanda was acting like the house was hers and ignoring his position as the boyfriend of Gigi and father of their little girl. Our sources say Zayn made his feelings known once she entered, but Yolanda wasn't having it. Now here is the seriously interesting part. Here is what he's quoted saying. He allegedly called Yolanda a Dutch slut, ordered her to stay away from my daughter. And he also said this, and TMZ writes, although it's hard to know why, the sperm that came out of my cock. He then allegedly shoved her, Yolanda, into a dresser, causing mental anguish and physical pain. Zayn denies any physical contact. There was a security guard on hand, and according to the docs, Zayn screamed, "Get the out of my house, copper." The docs say Zayn tried to fight the guard. Yikes. Big time. Zayn pled no contest to the harassment charges and was fined, but he had certain conditions that must be met. He is required to finish an anger management class and a domestic violence program. He's also on 90 days probation for each count, totaling 360 days. He is also not allowed to have any contact with Yolanda or the security guard. Pleading no contest is the same as pleading guilty of your crimes, except for one notable difference. It means that Zayn, aka the accused, accepts the conviction but avoids a factual admission of guilt. And in his official statement from Twitter, he of course denies all the claims. He also said that he pled no contest to keep family matters private because he doesn't like how they're publicized for all to poke at. Let's talk and spill the tea. Fans were quick to defend Zayn and amass viral tweets on Twitter making excuses for his behavior. They were quick to call the story lies, to say that Yolanda's actually the crazy one, which she is, we'll talk about that in a bit, And basically, everyone justified Zayn's reasonings for verbally harassing Yolanda and allegedly shoving her. Now here's the thing. If Zayn was actually innocent, he would not plead no contest. He would have fought tooth and nail to prove his innocence. The court didn't just require him to take an anger management class and complete a domestic violence program for no reason. There have to be viable things that took place to make the court of law come to these terms. In Hollywood, things are, remastered. When they hit the press, the full story isn't there, and because celebrities are public figures, they usually fight a little harder for their image. I've been told countless times that celebrities could sue me for what I've exposed on my blog. But here's the thing, there is no bigger defender than the truth. If Yolanda was lying about her claims, like Zayn states in his Twitter statement, he would have 100% sued for defamation of character. Why? He can actually prove damages. RCA, his record label, dropped him shortly after for being impossible to control. And no one really came to his defense except his fans. And listen, I get it, he is gorgeous and he has the voice of an angel, but this man has problems. Fans were quick to say that the Hadids are smearing his name, he's a victim of a smear campaign, and blah 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 blah. I don't put it past Yolanda to start a smear campaign against Zayn. I don't. But Zayn has done something that gave her the opportunity to publicly come out against him. Of course, she made things public because that will give her more fame, more attention, and more relevancy. But Yolanda is capitalizing on a situation that Zayn created. Nowhere in hell do I think it's okay for him to go off the way he did because Yolanda barged into her daughter's house, may I add. Even if she leaked photos of baby Kai, which she probably did because she's been leaking news since the start, that's still not a reason to verbally harass someone and then allegedly shove them. Yeah, Zayn denies the shove, but you can read all about that on my blog where I talk about how they've come to a mutual agreement in the public eye where everyone gets their piece. As much peace as you can have in this situation. And can we please talk about him calling Gigi while she was in Paris and saying, strap on some fucking balls and defend your partner against your fucking mother in my house? Listen, I've said it since the start. Zayn and Gigi are toxic. No, y'all wanted to believe the fake photos on social media that Gigi posts. And speaking of Gigi, I don't really have feelings about her. I think she's kind of an airhead, and I've also revealed some scandalous information about her on my blog, but I will say that she is a decent human being. She's nice and professional, and she's not really calculative or anything of that sort, which we talk about when it comes to her peers. However, she does what she can for attention and publicity. I've posted on my Instagram about how she called the paparazzi when she was out taking baby Kai for a walk in New York City. The paparazzi literally wrote, Gigi called us for these cute shots. And it was funny because everyone in the TikTok comments were like, yeah, sure Gigi called you. Leave her alone. Stop following her. And it's laughable how naive people are when it comes to celebrities. I mean, if you don't follow Exposing SMG, then that's understandable. But celebrities call the paparazzi most times. Celebrities want to be photographed. They want to be talked about. And Gigi is a prime example of that. Celebrities know how to not get photographed versus how to get photographed. A lot of the time, it's done on their terms. What gets published about them is done on their terms. The media works on their terms. Paparazzi follow them on their terms. Let's go back to Zayn. Zayn is an aggressive person. Whether or not he's provoked, he's always going to act out in aggression, no matter the situation. And this is what makes him an easy target. We've seen this with the New York City bar fight, which some people say was provoked by Bella Hadid's bestie, Danielle Chetrit, whom Zayn was fighting with. And if anything, this kind of proves that everyone in the Hadid circle kind of hates Zayn. In the video, you can see the yelling between the two, and then suddenly Zayn's shirt is off and he's ready to brawl. Again, provoked or not, Zayn will always react in an aggressive manner. We can even throw it back to that Jake Paul incident. Jake Paul is the lowest of the low, and he knew how to get a reaction out of Zayn. He wanted to hang out with Zayn, and Zayn wasn't having it. Jake was being weird as hell by being outside of his hotel room, and suddenly all you can hear is Zayn flipping the hell out, full on screaming and going insane. And guess what? That's not a normal reaction. And the reasoning is always something that could have been avoided. He could have easily told hotel security to get this clout-chasing YouTuber off his hotel floor. Nope, he didn't. He lashed out. He could have easily not shoved his girlfriend's mom into a dresser or called her a fucking Dutch slut, but he didn't. The way he's quoted in those documents shows me one thing. This is a pattern of repeated behavior. There is no way that Zayn suddenly started saying all of this out of nowhere. If he was comfortable enough to say all of that in one incident with Yolanda, it shows me that he has done it before. Regardless of how annoying Yolanda is, verbally harassing someone and shoving them into a dresser is never the answer. Zayn denied it on Twitter, but not in a court of law, so I don't take his word for it. Instead, he's suffering consequences. Consequences of what? His actions. He's literally on probation for 360 days. There is a reason as to why there is so much against him, and he's not fighting back. He's taking the hit. Why? Because he's guilty of his actions. Sorry, but if you were innocent, you would have fought the claims, not pretended to hide behind the need for privacy. Also, let's talk about the fact that not only did he get into a fight with Yolanda, but he's also facing charges from the security guard, who he tried to fight. So he harassed Gigi, he harassed Yolanda, and he harassed some poor security guard. He's also ordered not to be near Yolanda or the security guard. The point of the story is, this man got issues. He's aggressive, he's rude, he's unstable, and he needs help. The way the story panned out matches up with our previous video about Zayn and Gigi and all of my articles about them throughout the years. Now let's talk about Yolanda. Yolanda is a whole other story. I believe that she wants to be the second reincarnation of Kris Jenner and that she wants to build an empire through her daughters just like Kris did. Yolanda's all about image. That's why when she was on that reality TV show, she was out here pressuring Gigi not to eat for her figure. She wanted Gigi to make it big in the modeling industry, and we all know how toxic the modeling industry and its standards are. Yolanda's like a momager from hell. Even though she's not Gigi's actual manager, she works very closely with those who manage her. Gigi is probably burned out from all of that, and that's probably why she barely works the way she used to. She even recently said that she has no desire to go back to being a size 0. I think that Yolanda will exploit the hell out of Zayn, and I know that there are rumors about her ordering a paternity test, but I don't think that she will because at the end of the day, she does have to consider Gigi. And Gigi doesn't seem to be as willing to destroy Zayn the way her mother does. Yolanda is controlling what she can right now, and that is the narrative. I don't think there will be a custody battle between Zayn and Gigi because Zayn will easily lose. He's an alleged drug addict, and I know for a fact that's not information that anyone wants out. If they get into a custody battle, both teams will play dirty and end up exposing more information on themselves than they want to. This is why celebrities don't often go to court because they end up revealing more than they want. Once upon a time, there were also rumors that Gigi was a coke addict. If she truly was in the past, then that information would probably come to light in a court of law, especially if a kid is involved. So in my personal opinion, I don't think there will be a custody battle because it will be too messy. How messy are the Hadids and Zayn willing to go? I don't know. But what I do know is that I'll be here to document the hell out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed my take on the whole story. Don't forget to check out my articles down below to get inside details of this whole thing. Comment down below your thoughts. Are you team Zayn or are you team Yolanda? Or are you just team Zayn is a mess and Yolanda will do anything for attention? Let me know. Let me know how you think this will pan out. Will there be a custody battle? Will Yolanda force a paternity test? Will Zayn fight back? Let me hear all of your thoughts. Be sure to follow us on our social media to keep up with all the tea. Like and subscribe for more, and as always, I'll see you next time.